What do we got? Feed the hungry. Feed the hungry viewers. Feed the hungry viewers. Oh, by the way, hello people. Mornings. It's 2025. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. Or excellent. And the saga continues. And I got 2 free games to give to you today. You're like, huh? I was supposed to make a video about the one they gave out, Epic gave out last night. But we got 2 free games to give today. 2. With the usual news. Yeah. Oh yeah. You got 2 free games, man. And like I told you guys before, you got plenty of games to play. You Steam Deck nerds, you're spoiled. So you're looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Spider-Man 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, Metal Gear 3, Last of Us 2, and of course, Night Rain, Elden Rings. Yeah, you got plenty of games to play. Plenty of games to play. On this fella right here, the Steam Deck. Plenty of games to play, man. Plenty of games to play. Oh yeah. Plenty of games to play, man. So you got 2 free games from the Epic Game Store that I'm about to give to you today. So one is Sifu, and the other one is let's see here. Where's the other one here? What's the other one? There's another one. There's one more game. Sifu, and where is it? Where's the other one? Did I just miss it? I just seen it. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance. 2 games. Yeah. You guys are spoiled, man. Oh yeah. Plenty of games. Remember, this is 2025, and you know updates are gonna come in from all different angles. So you need that 2 terabytes of storage in the Steam Deck, man. Oh yeah, to handle all the updates that are coming. You got games and update and news as usual. Anyway, what I got for you? Let's see here. Let's see. How do we break this down here? How do we break this down? Let's see. Let's see what Pharonics got on their menu. Let's see here. Yeah, 2025, man. Let's see. Got an article here. Actually, you know what? Let me do a. Let me go back over here. Get this out of the way. Okay, so you have let's see. Sifu. Okay, you have Sifu to get. Then let's see. Windows 11 market share dropped again. Windows 10 climb. Man. Okay, stat counter. Okay, okay. So Windows 11. Let's see what they talking about here. I got you guys covered, man. Let's see. What do we got? In October 2024, Windows 11 reached its all-time high market share, climb over to 35.5%. According to StatCounter, this increase to follow unexpected decline when the operating system had been losing users for 3 months. Now, the story repeats itself after dropping some market shares in November. Windows 11 once again in decline. StatCounter data indicates that Windows 11 lost over 1.48% points in 2 consecutive months in December 2024. Operating system went from 34.94 to 34.1%, a negative 0.84% points. Windows 10, on the other hand, reclaimed some of its lost users, even though it will be out of a mainstream support in less than 11 months. Now, Windows 10 remains the dominant Microsoft release with a market share of 62.73, 0.9, plus 0.9%, plus 0.9 points. It will be interesting to see what happens to it as we get closer to October 2025, considering that many users cannot update to Windows 11, and Microsoft does not want to negotiate its steep hardware requirements such as TPM 2.0. And if you cannot update official and you do not want to buy a new device yet, you can opt for Microsoft official extended security program, 12 months of extra updates for $30, or use the third-party solution such as OPatch to get up to 5 years of additional support. Also not free. Another option is to bypass Windows 11 hardware requirement with various tricks. And it says that if stat counter data is to be believed, Microsoft does not offer official Windows market share data. Here's what Windows market share currently look like. Windows 10 62.73, Windows 11 34.1, Windows 7 2.4, Windows 8.1 0.29%, Windows XP 0.23. XP in the house. It says you can find more information on Stat Counter report. Yeah. All right. What else we got on the news here? Let's see. Google Chrome. The browser war, search engine war. Stat Counter. Microsoft Edge has a 13.21%. Chrome is getting even more popular. Google Chrome, uncontested, the king of the browser market, mobile and desktop platform, has increased its market share in December 2024. Stat Counter report that the browser, the United States Department of Justice wants to split from Google, finish the year strong and increase its market share. Google Chrome opens 2025 with a strong, unreachable 66.88% market share, increased its market share by 0.5 points in 1 month and 1.6 points year over year compared to December 2023. Such a massive market share leave a big gap between the first and second place. Microsoft Edge is the closest to Google Chrome, but its market share is still very far. In December 2024, Edge went from 12.87 to 13.21, a plus 0.34 points. Year over year growth is 231 points. And it says Apple Safari is third, which is quite an achievement considering it is the only browser that is not available on Windows. According to Stat Counter, Safari currently holds a 8.49 of the desktop browser market, was a negative 64 points. Firefox is fourth with 6.14, 0.3 points, and Opera with his fifth. Opera is fifth with 2.74, 0.07 points. And you have Chrome 66.88, Edge is 13.21 points, Apple Safari is 8.49, Firefox is 6.14, and Opera 2.74. So it says Google dominant position in the browser market, browser and search engine market might soon be challenged as the Department of Justice recently filed a court filing demanding the company to spin off its browser or even sell it to competitors. While there are arguments that such a change could bring more choices and more innovations to the market, Google claimed that selling the browser launch in 2008 to critical acclaim would hurt America's tech leadership and put users and their data at risk. Despite respectively low market share, Microsoft might also end up in hot water with its Edge browser market. An advocacy group recently sent a letter to the European Commission asking it to subject Edge to DMA regulation and mark Microsoft as a gatekeeper that hurt other business with predatory practices. Yeah. Browser search engine browser wars, man. Microsoft and Google. Yeah. Yeah, man. Google been dominant for a good minute. They've been dominant for a good minute, for a while, man. For a while. And Microsoft is right on, is behind them, but Opera, Safari, Firefox, yeah. Opera is like for Linux. Safari is Apple. Firefox, Google, Microsoft. Firefox is both Windows and Linux. And Google, same thing. And then of course there's Microsoft. So yeah, man. Anyway, what else we got on the news? Let's see here. Okay, anything else? Okay, what's this? Top 10 must-have apps for Linux. Top must-have app for new Linux users in 2025. What do we got here? Let's see. What is NeoWin talking about here? Nice little article. I can go through it. Let's see here. Top 10 must-have apps for new Linux users in 2025. I have written several times on switching over from Windows to Linux. It can be advantageous for some people, such as those with older computers. While I haven't really spoken about are the top apps you should use for switching to Linux for the best experience. That's what I will try to do now. Number 1 is Google Chrome. Number 2 is Genome Disk. Google Chrome has a staggering desktop market share according to the latest data. It maintains over 66% of the market share. Most Linux distribution comes with Firefox, which is fine, but if your data is synced to Chrome, then that's what you want. It says Chrome on Linux provide most identical experience on Windows. You might find different option under Google/flags, but that's about it. Just like on Windows, it will work perfectly in terms of syncing data to your mobile device. Head to google.com/Chrome, then press download and select Debian based on distro or RPM Fedora based on distro package, and then install it. It says all the top web browser except Apple Safari are available for download on Linux. Number 2 is Genome Disk. Another tool that you'll definitely want to take advantage of when using Linux is Genome Disk. This is the default disk manager on Ubuntu and many other Linux distributions when it can manage your computer partitions. I use it a lot for formatting external disks, such as external hard drives and USB sticks. If your computer doesn't have this utility, you'll likely have a disk manager available with similar features. I use Ubuntu now due to hardware limitation, and that comes with the KDE partition manager, which was a bit confusing for me at first, but it's capable of similar things. Overall, I still prefer Genome Disk. I certainly think it's the easiest Linux partition manager to get. It's just open your software manager and search for it. If you prefer to the command line, the package to install is Genome Disk utility. And then it says the third on my list has to be the VLC media player. Personally, I watch most stuff on YouTube and Netflix these days. Don't use VLC that much. However, when I need to watch videos on my laptop, VLC is the king. As a user on Windows and Mac OS will know, VLC can play absolutely anything, no matter the video format. The same is true for VLC on Linux. And it says VLC sometimes come pre-installed, but sometimes you need to download it from your software manager. If neither of those preferred option is available, you can also go to VLC website download page and download the latest version of your system. If it is already in your software manager, get it from there, as tweaks may have been applied by the distro maker to improve the integration. Then it says stop laughing. GNU image manipulation program GIMP is one of the most popular raster graphics editor available on Linux. This free open source program can be used for image editing, free from drawing, transcoding between image file format, and more. Many of the image you see in my article have likely gone through GIMP to be cropped scaled or subjectively improved. As an image editor, GIMP has a learning curve to it, but you can discover many of its features by self-exploration or Googling, like VLC. It comes pre-installed on many distros and available in respective software manager. You can also find the up-to-date Flatpak version on the GIMP website. Number five is software manager. It says here, at this point, we've seen software manager be referred to a couple of times. Most experienced Linux users will know about them and understand their places in Linux ecosystem. For anyone coming from Windows, however, it's best to outline the key roles they play compared to downloading software from the web. It says here, on Linux, software managers are a preferred place for users to get software. Installing from them is less cumbersome compared to downloading package online. While things are changing with snaps and Flatpak, which comes with all required dependencies, debs and RPMs cannot always be installed due to missing dependencies. Software managers help you avoid dependencies issues, and sometimes the software in these software managers is tweaked to fit better with the operating system, such as proper theming and support. Popular software managers include GNOME Software, KDE Discover, Ubuntu Software Center, and Syncaptic. It is best to stick with whatever comes pre-installed with your Linux distribution. As a side note, you can also get system updates from your software manager, as the case with GNOME Software. Number 6 is web-based Office Suite. It says my 6 app is not an app, but rather a category. I do not have a preference for which Office Suite you should use, but I do think it's best to use a cloud-based Office Suite, such as Linux users use LibreOffice or OpenOffice, but you can use cloud service and take documents on the go and get better compatibility with Microsoft Office documents. I think the web offerings are better choices. Microsoft 365 and Google Docs are obvious because are obvious choices here. If you already use them, your experience will not change on Linux. If you're going to be writing documents from scratch and care more about grammar issues, then language tools and Grammarly are also options for written documents. And then number 7 is Time Shift. It says here, if you just move to Linux and want something similar to System Restore on Windows or Time Machine on Mac OS, then you want to install Time Shift. This used to be an independent project, but got brought into the Linux Mint family after being installed by default on that distribution. The aim of Time Shift is to keep your system files and settings safe. It periodically makes backups so you can restore easily if anything bad happens to your system. You don't need to run Linux Mint to use Time Shift. Just look in your software manager and find installation instructions for command lines on the project's GitHub. Time Shift is not intended to use for backing up your personal files. You should save duplicate to external hard drives or cloud storage service yourself. Time Shift is intended to keep your system itself safe. Using rsync option will share common files between backups and to minimize the amount of space being taken up by your backups. Then it says number 8, terminal. Says here, a common misconception about Linux is that you need to use the terminal all the time to do absolutely anything. While this isn't true, as there are graphical interface for everything nowadays, the terminal is still incredibly useful even without mastering all the command out there. I have been using Linux since 2008 and don't know many commands in the terminal by heart, but I have memorized a few, including deleting folders and updating systems. Says here, both of these commands can be incredibly handy for getting things done faster if you can memorize them and use them comfortably. Absolutely do. However, if you're intimidated by the idea of using the command line, it's absolutely not necessary to learn how to use it. Most Linux distributions include a terminal emulator, and that are lots of resource on Google for learning some basic command. Some good ones to get started with are copying and moving files, deleting files and folders, listing items in your folders, turning off computers from the command line, and updating from the command line. And it says, I do not have a strong option on which virtualization software. Number 9 is Windows virtualization software. He says, I do not have a strong option in which virtualization software you ought to use, but two popular choices are GNOME Box and VirtualBox. Both of these are available in Software Manager, but don't typically come pre-installed as much as other options on this list. With a virtual machine, you can run another operating system in a window on your desktop. They can be helpful for running Windows-only software, but they can use a lot of resource. So just ensure your computer is fast enough to handle running two operating systems at once. It says here, kind of like a dual boot. It says here, and then it says number 10 is our transmission. It says my final app recommendation for Linux is transmission. This is another tool that comes pre-installed on many Linux distribution. If you're new, you may overlook it because the name doesn't give away what it does. Transmission is an ad-free torrent client with a simple interface and settings. The settings let you throttle down and upload speed, change download location, set seating rules, adjust privacy level, up remote communication, and more. The main interface is very easy to use with a large play pause button next to the open URL. Clicking on a torrent will also let you bring up more lights, removing the torrent transmission or removing it from transmission and deleting the file. If you're getting into distro where you try out new Linux distribution frequently, download ISO's image using transmission is straightforward. Unlike some other torrent client, transmission is entirely ad-free and free from bloats. So yeah, those are your 10 apps for new users in Linux. Now, says here on the final paragraph though, it says conclusion. If you've just moved to Linux, I hope this list of recommended apps let you settle in a bit quicker, depending on your needs. The list may not be very exhaustive. For any programmer out there, I recommend having a look at Visual Studio Code or Codium, a new AI-powered editor, or Windsurf, both of which are available on Linux. If you're into games, Steam is available natively with thousands of games for Linux. It also comes with Proton, which lets you play some Windows games on Linux if your computer can handle it. I think the key thing to remember when you come into Linux from Windows is not to try to operate like you did on Windows. Use the Software Manager as your primary method for installing new software, and don't be afraid to use alternative software in place of options that you can get on Linux, like Photoshop. Check out the open source alternative to find the alternative for popular software. Yeah, look, Linux is easy to use, man, and that Software Center, it comes with a lot of software that you can try out. You know, the terminal, very good to use. You know, if you want to learn how to, learn how to fix your problems or mess around with it. It's very simple to use, man. It comes with its own LibreOffice, because LibreOffice is like PowerPoint, Excel, Access, Word, stuff like that. So very good to use, man. Very good to use. What we got in the comment section here? What do we got? Uh-oh. You know the debaters, they got a debate. They got 14 comment. Got 14 comments, and you know how they go. I don't want to take up all the time, but maybe I should have did this in a separate article. But yeah, going from Windows to Linux, man. It's good to be diverse. You know, when it comes to like operating system, or when it comes to operating systems, when it comes to like tech, it's good to be diverse. Windows, Linux, Apple, use all three. Like I've always said, but Linux, that software manager comes with a lot, man. And the good thing about Linux too is there's a lot more that there's a lot more that you can do with it, Plus you get it's good to keep your when it comes to Linux, it's good to keep your when you build a computer, you want to check your motherboard architecture to see what architecture is using, so the architecture matches the Linux operating system that you're using. So always remember that. But it's real good, man. Puppy XFCE, that operating system comes with so many screensavers, man. It's crazy, because it changes, man. It's like it's fun, man. Linux, man, yeah. Ubuntu, they're good, man. KDE, all of them are good. Puppy Linux, they're all good, man. So it all comes down to which one you like, which one you prefer, and yeah. And this little article gives you a good idea of what Linux is all about. If you're new, man, you don't when it comes to these operating system, you don't want to just limit yourself. You don't just want to just stick to Windows and then think Windows is the end all be all to all your problems. No, it's good to use Linux too, and Apple. So yeah. Let's see. I got 12 comments here. I want to go at them, but I've been going at this for 27 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it short. Yeah, I'm gonna read one of them. Get at least one. Yeah. He said, number one argument is to use Chrome is weak. Talking about Google Chrome. He said, yeah. I would read it, but anyway. But look, you guys are getting two free games though. Kingdom Come Deliverance and Sifu. I'll leave both links in the description box from Epic there. But you gotta have the Epic launcher on the Steam Deck to use it. So there, I got you guys covered. Anyway, man, yeah, that's it for you. That's it in a nutshell, man. So I had to keep you guys up to date on what's going on here. Anything else on the gaming news? We got anything? Okay, we got that. Okay, anything else? Going once, going twice. Nothing else. Let me see if PC Games ain't got anything before I go. Oh, did they got something? They got something? They got something? They got something? Yeah, that's it. Anyway. Oh, by the way, let me see if gaming on Linux got something. See if he got something before I go here. You know me though. Gotta drink me some tea, man. Yeah. Let's see, what else we got? What do we got? Oh, okay. Oh, you ain't did nothing. The most popular Linux. Oh, gaming on Linux must be on vacation. What do you got? Okay. Let me add this to the list. See what he talking about here. Okay. Nice little article too. I'm going to do this in a separate video though. Oh yeah, do this in a separate video. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back at it. But yeah, you Linux gamers are good though. You got 2 free games. By the way, let me check Steam. Let me check Steam and see if they got anything on the Proton side. Let me check Steam here. See if they got anything on the Proton side. So what we got? Oops. Oh really? No Proton? No Proton? Okay, Steam Deck Beta Client. That was the last one they did. Well, that was on December the 20th. That's it. Nothing. Okay, they got the best stuff 2024. Yeah, I'm gonna have to add that with the article from Gaming on Linux in the next video that I do. But other than that, you guys are good though. News, deals, games, update, the usual. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, Star Wars and Star Trek. Board Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.